like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all, I'm back with another flashback. This video features Armand, aka Pice. Guys, I am still currently working on re-uploading all of my content back onto YouTube so that I can meet the YouTube guidelines. This is why you guys are seeing so many flashbacks from my channel, but I can assure you that I am staying on top of everything happening within carbonation. Guys, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. All right, y'all, let's get into this video.
You see the title. You see the title. If anyone, and I'm only doing this video, I'm only going live because it's not right. It's just not right. And I want to mind my business. I really am. Very much so. You guys can attest to that. You know what I mean? When I was there, minding my business. Left, minding my business. Very humble. But it doesn't feel right. Not saying anything. Not being able to at least clearly explain from a outside perspective, you know, from an outside perspective, from once being inside, you know, like a clear cut, boom, what actually is going on. And yeah, I need to purge the experience, but I've already done that mentally. I've already done it. It's just sad to see how other people haven't. It is. It actually is very, it disdains my spirit and my mental, and honestly, it's disturbing to actually see it clearly, you know? It's sad. It's very sick and it's very twisted, and I know a lot of people other than Aaliyah have that same issue, you know. And I'll start from the beginning, you know, from the very, very beginning, as far as like the issues and stuff like that. But before I start, I want to deeply apologize for every single body that ever was perceived as a quote unquote troll or anything of that nature. It's just sad. You know what I mean? Very, very sad, honestly. I apologize if I ever cussed you out. I apologize if I ever dismissed your points. I apologize deeply because I should have listened. You know what I mean?
Two things, y'all. Number one, do y'all think that his apology is really sincere and genuine? And number two, what brought Pice, aka Armand, to this epiphany? What y'all think? Put it in the comments.
Deeply because I should have listened. You know what I mean? Honestly. However, I have a counter argument of why I didn't. A very valid one. And I hope you're compassionate and empathetic enough to hear me out and possibly understand where I'm coming from. You know? And I want everyone to understand that Aaliyah, and I know I'm gonna need a lot of hate and a lot of backlash and a lot of negative comments and just unnecessary backlash, right? For what I'm about to say, honestly. And I do want to say that. I do want to take full accountability for even putting myself in that situation, being young, being 18 and everything like that, going through society and everything, having my own abandonment issues, having my own hurts and sorrows and stuff like that, and believing in hope that was false hope. I take full accountability. It's my fault that I was there. That's understood, said and done. You know what I mean? That's nothing to debate about or anything like that. It's simple. You know what I mean? My thing is this, right? The reason why motherfuckers was not really able to process what the trolls, perceived trolls, you're not trolls, you're human beings with valid points, with clear outside perspectives that you really couldn't see from the inside looking out because there was no time to process the information, you know what I mean, that you were saying to me. There wasn't, you know? There was high levels of manipulation involved, honestly, very high levels of manipulation. And honestly, I would argue that some of it was subconscious and Eligio couldn't control himself.
Now, Pice, a.k.a. Armand, ain't never lie, because Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God, kept them all busy. He monopolized their time so that they didn't have time to think clearly.
Some of it was subconscious and Eligio couldn't control himself, honestly, from looking at it from a psychological perspective and the way that he was raised and his own subconscious maladaptive, subconscious bad behaviors that he had used to cope with life. I don't think that he understood that he is manipulative. And it's not an excuse, because I feel like at a certain point you do realize it, you know, and you just continue to manipulate, you know. But I want to say that, clear up a few things real quick. You guys probably think I'm bisexual. I'm not, period. I'm not attracted to men, period. Point blank, period. Number two, I do, which is none of your business, but I will say it. I know as a man, me and Cachet's relationship was toxic, to say the least, but a child was produced, you know? Yeah, and that's what I also want to get to, you know what I mean? I also want to get to the simple fact that he does know, and it's sad, but I guess it's just an uncontrollable thing because it is a maladaptive subconscious behavior. And that takes, from his life, that would take some very, very, very deep, you know, psychoanalyzation. But he's so highly manipulative. He even explained to us that when he went to the psych ward, he had to pretend like he wasn't mentally ill and control his emotions in order for them to let him go. So there's a whole backstory on how he's able to control his emotions and make it seem as if he's not, on an extreme level, a covert and overt narcissist with abandonment issues plus insecurities, very high insecurities. And I just want to say that our relationship was to say the least toxic, but a child.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Child was produced, and it's not, you know, your business or anything like that, but I know as a man, my responsibilities. But I said all of this to say, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, honestly, if anyone's wondering why people like left after he got imprisoned and incarcerated, was because there was space created from the manipulation, you know what I mean? And when there's space created from the manipulator or the abuser, there leaves space for the victim to process. So during that space, more things were able to be processed, you know? And you start to realize this is the wrong situation, you know what I mean? Before, there really wasn't a lot of time and space to really understand what was going on, you know what I mean? And as far as like the knowledge and stuff like that, the science is indeed true. You can't deny the science, right? But what you can deny is that he himself is God. I mean, you can't scientifically prove that we're inside of his body. Like, that's one of his narcissistic, overt.
Did y'all just hear what Pice, aka Armand, said? Y'all, I'm gonna have to run that back. Y'all know I gotta run that back.
The science is indeed true. You can't deny the science, right? But what you can deny is that he himself is God. I mean, you can't scientifically prove that we're inside of his body. Like, that's one of his.
So pretty much, Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Three God, told these people that he was God, indeed the Lord and Savior, and that they were living inside of his body. That is crazy, y'all. That's real crazy. I wouldn't have believed it. I don't know how they did.
We're inside of his body. Like, that's one of his narcissistic, overt narcissistic traits. And it really stems from, and a lot of people don't understand the actual psychology of, like, narcissism. You know what I mean? Like, it's on a continuum. You know what I mean? Just like everything else, it's on a spectrum. You know, there's mild, extreme, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? His is extreme because he didn't have a father or a mother or family members. And what it stems from, it creates insecurities, you know, and a lot of people miscalculate what narcissism is. Like, oh, yeah, I'm the ish, you know, I'm the top dog, I'm the man, you know, right? Grandiosity, right? But in actuality, that grandiosity is stemming from insecurities of needing attention, you know what I mean? And honestly, he uses his talents to get those, what he wants, which is attention, you know what I mean? Articulate, all of that stuff. Charm, everything. You get what I'm saying? So, it's very simple, you know what I mean? When you realize what actually is happening. And the only reason I made this video is just, honestly, it really disturbs me that it still continues, honestly. It does. And I just want to let everyone know, I completely understand where you guys are coming from now, you know, that I've had a lot of time to think, heal, get my life in order and everything like that. It's sad to see, honestly. Yeah.
Now, y'all know why he said he's sad to see it continue on to this day. Because the wives, Zoka, a.k.a. Jayon Marie Hamilton, Efaru, a.k.a. Kayla Buckner, Aya, a.k.a. Portia Wade, and Malia, a.k.a. Tanisha Dulay, are still there.
It's sad to see, honestly. Yeah. Hot manipulation, gaslighting, all of those things are very true. All of it, you know what I mean? And it's all coming from insecurities, you know? But the true thing that the people that are there might not understand is someone with that level of extreme covert narcissism with insecurities that deep, stemming from a very broken childhood, honestly, and traumas, deeply embedded, I should say. They can really never love. You know, he really wants family. That's what it is, you know. That's why he's so hurt by the situation, is because he's only looking for family. But the thing is, he doesn't know how to treat family.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
Because he's never been treated with proper love. So it's just very sad to see what actually is going on from a clear perspective. And the knowledge is very easily debunkable, you know, outside of the actual scientific things that could be proven. Everything else is just an illusion. And it's just very sad to see. I'm sorry to say so, but it is. And I was there. I take accountability for my actions. I take full responsibility, you know what I mean? Yeah, he definitely does. And look, I know I'm going to receive a lot of backlash and stuff like that. It is what it is, but, you know, if anyone does have any problems, I have receipts, you know what I mean? Like,
all right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
I have video evidence. I can break down body language. I can break down disrespect. I can break down easily. It's not an issue. It's not a problem at all. You know what I mean? I can easily break it down. Simply put, it's just like, this is where he's acting. This is his real intentions. This is where he's being narcissistic. This is this. Boom, 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 boom. Like, easy. Break it down. 1, 2, 3. It's very simple. You know what I mean? Psychological abuse is a lot more damaging than, you know, I would argue it's just as bad as physical abuse, technically, but what made me realize this all of a sudden, I've been realized it. The moment when I left, I had realized it. You know what I mean? When I left, it took me about 2 weeks to maybe a week and a half, because I process information fast, but it takes space, you know, to have clear thoughts. So being an empath, a lot of those energies around me, I really couldn't. Plus, doing a lot of work, music, and listening hours at a time, it's just like my mind didn't really have time to process it. But it took me about a week and a half to like really realize it. But at that point, I was like, just gonna focus on me, you know what I mean? But just the recent videos I've been seeing, it's just like, it sickens my spirit. Like, it's just like, man. It's not that I realized it all of a sudden. It's just that I decided to speak on it. Ben realized it. It's not that hard to, for me, I'll speak for myself. It's really not that hard to see once I had space, like, you know what I mean, to see it, you know what I mean? The reason why I couldn't is because I was being gassed.
I honestly don't think that when Pice, aka Armand, made this video, that he saw all of what he experienced or understood all of what he experienced at Carbonation.
It's like, you know what I mean, to see it, you know what I mean? The reason why I couldn't is because I was being gaslighted, you know what I mean? And gaslighting just means, if for those of you who don't know, for anybody that watches this video, it's just when someone does something to you, and then they blame shift it to make it seem like, or they project and make it seem as if it didn't happen. Or if, you know, it's simple. It's very simple. It's just high levels of narcissistic manipulation. But, you know, I've never heard anyone like break it down for what it truly is. You know what I mean? I've just heard the name. And you know, you're not supposed to give a narcissist energy. You're supposed to, you know, no contact type shit, you know? So that's really why I didn't want to say it. I mind my business. But Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, man. And I also want you to know, I'm not done with music. I know I'm very talented. I'm going to continue my musical career. Period. But yeah, though, like, this is the actual truth. You know what I mean? It's very simple. It's all psychology. It's very simple. If you're able to see it, kudos to you. If you're able to do something about it, respect. You know? Point blank period. So, yeah, I might leave this up for maybe 2 days. Let y'all do what y'all do with it. Whatever. Whoop-de-woo. And I'm gonna take it down. You know? Period. Y'all have a good night. And like I said, I apologize if I ever disrespected you in any type of way, shape, or form. I didn't understand. Good night.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride-or-dies. Y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.